Kane Te Tai is the third Kiwi known to have been killed during Russia's invasion of Ukraine. His parents, Ngaire and Keith, sat down with Warani Pereira and began by talking about the moment it was confirmed that their eldest son had died on the front line.
It was like the worst day of our lives. And it's like surreal in the fact that you're hearing, but it's not sinking in. And I tell you, his whole life flashed before me. And then I always thought, oh, he's such a comedian. He would do something where he would hopefully be still alive. Yeah. But no.
When I met Ngaire, Kane was 4 going on 5. And I slept in his room one night, and there were these aeroplanes and all these army toys hanging from the ceiling. So, you know, he was already pointed in that direction.
Kane Te Tai's army ambitions only got stronger as he got older. He was just 17, straight out of school, when he joined the New Zealand Defence Force.
Yeah, no, he has always been very, very independent, strong, confident.
And Kane would need all of that bravado, deployed to Afghanistan before his 21st birthday.
I never ever dreamed, really, he'd go onto the battlefield. And I think that's probably the same with other parents. They never ever think their kids are going to ultimately get to that stage.
He served 7 years with our armed forces and would always look for humour in the darkest of times.
Good job, Russia. I need to wake up at 4:30 anyway, so thanks for the wake-up call.
One of the biggest things is try to find joy in the things that you can. You know, if you like to watch a funny show, watch a funny show. I like to watch fail videos on YouTube as the last thing that I do, just to make myself sort of laugh before I go to bed.
Last August, the 38-year-old spoke to the hui from the front line to shed light on what was happening half a world away. He would explain why he felt compelled to pack up his life in Aotearoa and enlist with the International Legion of Ukraine.
There we go.
So you haven't given yourself any time constraints as to how long you'll be there for?
It's how long mentally I can sort of keep this up for, but also for as long as I'm effective, or until my mum harasses me on that next level, which she does try. I just know my heart will be very heavy when I come back from this place.
But Kane also missed his whānau back home and kept in regular contact with his mum.
He always had to be light-hearted about what he was doing. I don't think he wanted us to worry, eh, darling?
No.
Easily said than done. If he didn't answer back, I'd be so worried. But that last one, when we were trying to figure out whether he was still here or not, yeah, and he didn't answer, yeah.
News Hub understands there are grave fears tonight that Kiwi soldier Kane Te Tai may have been killed in action in Ukraine.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs...
I was beside myself. 1, for him to die in a foreign country, and 2, to have him come back maybe in ashes was not even... I couldn't even imagine that happening. It wasn't going to happen. I didn't know how it was going to be possible for him to come back.
Returning Kane's body home was a very dangerous and costly 3-week operation. The Te Tai whānau managed to raise the $65,000 they needed in a few days.
We would just want to thank everyone from the bottom of our hearts for all the love. Yeah.
What did it mean to you to have his tūpapaku return home?
So the relief to have him back by us and to be buried on his whenua, that was huge.
Kane Kane's final journey began with a pōwhiri at Te Taua Moana Marae on Auckland's North Shore. Always prepared, Kane had written a letter to his parents and 12-year-old daughter in case he didn't make it home alive. In it, he explained why he couldn't ignore the conflict when innocent people were forced to live it.
I think it gave us the answers we needed. After I read that, I had a sense of understanding. You know, I was thinking, you've got a daughter here, you've left her, and that was part of where he was speaking about the selfish part of his choice. What about us? And I'd love to have my son here on this earth, but I feel a little at peace knowing he's answered some of those questions.
Hundreds came to celebrate Kane's life at Waikumete Cemetery too, including those who he fought alongside in Ukraine.
It is an honor for me personally to say thank you to Kane, to say thank you to his family, to his friends, to the whole Maori culture, and to New Zealand for supporting of Ukraine, because it's hugely important for Ukraine to feel not alone in this terrible war.
He was always there, when he lost a comrade. He'd make sure he'd be there for the whānau, and celebrate them.
Does Anzac Day take on a whole new meaning for you now?
We understand now,
Yeah.
I've got so much more respect for our servicemen and for our grieving parents and those families, the ones that have gone before us.
He was my first love. And I just love my son. But now we'll focus our energies on his daughter, our moko girl. And, yeah, just try and keep his memory alive in everything that we do. Celebrate his life.
Remembering Kane and his ultimate sacrifice.